Hey folks, how's it going? My name is Jeff Lenney, coming to you from my home office in beautiful Orange County, California. So I do this like you can see where I'm at. But anyways, though, welcome. What I'm going to be doing, folks, is giving you my video review of Crisis Investing, of course, by Doug Casey and Nick Gambriano. And sorry, my cat's in my lap. You probably can't see him here. There's his tail. Well, my cat jumped up in my lap about a minute before I started filming. So I'm kind of like Dr. Evil, and I was stroking my cat on my lap. Well, I'm not evil for the most part. So anyways, folks, what we're going to be doing here is showing you guys a brief overview of crisis investing. Now, chances are you signed up for this because you heard about it on the webinar, the webinar as they call it, which of course talks about the 5 or 6 marijuana stocks you should be investing in. So a little bit of research, a little bit of history on those stocks. And these are all Canadian and U.S. companies trading in the U.S. stock market that are doing something themselves that's going to be a huge part of the marijuana industry. Come in June, I believe, maybe July, I think it's June of this year, 2018, in just a short time, the Canadian Judicial Court is going to be most likely voting recreational marijuana completely legal across the entire country, which would make that the first industrialized nation to legalize it across the country. And believe it or not, as I'll show you guys in a few moments here, the Canadian government is worried because they do not think they'll be able to supply enough pot. And I'm not kidding, I'll show you guys that in case you probably sat on the webinar, but I'll show you guys those quotes as well. So it's a really, really good time to get into this. So there are 5 stocks right now that they're recommending. After the legalization happens in June, I believe, and please don't quote me on this, I believe Canadian citizens will be able to start purchasing legalized marijuana in August of this year. So a couple months after that vote is made and after the legalization becomes fact, becomes a law. So my personal recommendation, and this is not financial advice, this is just what I'm doing, is I'm putting $1,000 into each of those 5 stocks. Excuse me, I'm going to buy and I'm going to hold for 3 years or more, regardless of what happens up or down. You guys have probably seen that the cannabis industry, there's been some amazing gains over the past few years. And I personally feel that the cannabis and the marijuana stocks do rise and drop much quicker than other stocks. But again, I believe these are all nice long-term plays. So anyways, when you become a member, what do you get? You, of course, get the main Crisis Investing newsletter. And they go into much more than marijuana stocks. They go into how you can profit and invest off of crises, whether it's the country falling, whether it's, you can profit off the collapse of the next Bernie Madoff, of course the marijuana stocks, crisis currency. So this every single month they give you the main issue. Then they have these alerts that come out when things happen, when big things happen as well. And of course I can't scroll down and show you guys too much, but basically when you get the emails, the main newsletter comes out every month around the 27th. You're going to get a text notification as well as an email that is ready to go. And my recommendation is to buy what they recommend right away, because there are many people on the newsletter, so it might increase as a natural result of their recommendation. So anyways, having said that, again, my personal feeling is buy and hold for 3 years for those big stocks. So anyways, you get that stuff right there. I can't really show you guys too much, unfortunately, here. You got the main stock, the main portfolio, which is right here. And unfortunately, I do have to blur things out here. So I'm going to make a note here, go to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. There, I gotta blur some stuff up. I will show you guys this here. These are the marijuana stocks right here. There are 6 of them, and the main 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these are the main 5 up top right here that they're talking about in the newsletter, and they recommended these back in late 2017 for the most part. And you see they've already gone up a decent amount. So people that were able to buy those on their own, or maybe when they heard about them before, are already making some nice profits. But I mean, again, as you've seen from this industry, those really could shoot up into the thousands of percentage points for gains. So again, hold on to those bad boys. They are going to go up, which is the whole idea behind this course, of course. So you'll see when you look at some of these gains here, return 65%, 66%, 276, 93, 78%. Then we got a few things down below as well. What's this right here? Returns 21%. This is a precious metal type of stock. 2%, not bad, not amazing. You got some other stocks here, some of the core positions. 8%, 40%, 58%, 14%. Again, not bad at all. But again, the reason you guys are here is because you really want to get information about these bad boys here, the marijuana stocks. And while I'm not going to be investing in this one here until I research it more, I am going to be putting $1,000 into each of these 5. I'm just going to sit on them, forget about them. I'm not going to bother tracking those things daily because I don't want to get the temptation to buy or sell when things go good or bad, because again, these do go up and down. But I mean, again, if you watch the webinar, you've learned a little bit about these things. These really are going to skyrocket. And if I didn't believe that truthfully, I would not be doing this review right now, because I do value my reputation, and I would not be buying them myself as well. So buy them, hold them. That's my personal recommendation. Again, not my actual advice, so I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I'm going to be doing, which is also what they teach within the training. So what else do you get access to here? You get access to that. You get access to the archives, which of course the older, basically the older recommendations back through when this newsletter first started as well. You get some useful links, you get some more information here. This is just kind of a video here that explains how you can make fortunes in crisis markets. And then you have the main crisis investing owner's manual. And I'm going to have to blur that link out up there. Hold on, let me make a note of that. 6 minutes and 16 seconds. And I don't know if you guys hear my son crying in the background, my toddler. The joys of working at home is I'm able to spend time with my family. The negatives is it gets a bit loud sometimes, but hey, what can you do? So anyways, this is the main owner's manual here, and I don't really think I can go into it down further than this right here, but this explains what those 5 stocks are, and it goes into a lot of detail as to why you should be purchasing those. It goes in and explains those things. I mean, this is 28 pages here, very, very, very detailed information, charts and graphs, etc. Hope you guys don't hear that. I'm sorry. I got a good microphone, so you probably do. But yeah, this is kind of the main owner's manual that explains why you should be buying those and investing in those. And I did research every single of those 5 stocks outside of the Casey research world. And each one, I'll be honest with you, in my opinion, each one looks fantastic. I've been reading up on each one on other different forums, websites, different newsletters when I can find them as well. I basically just Google the stock and read all about the company, and I spent quite a few hours doing this for each of those stocks. And guys, I'll be honest with you, it's a fantastic, fantastic opportunity. So that's why I'm investing $5,000 myself into those, because I want to see what happens with those. And I truly feel it's going to be skyrocketing. So, so what else? You get that right there. You get the stock recommendations. That's really it, guys. I mean, I'm not going to spend hours and hours doing this for you guys. It really is a truly fantastic newsletter. Let me go back to it real quick. My Casey. Back to crisis investing. So yeah, I mean, that really is all there is to it, guys. It's quite a bit of training, quite a bit of stock recommendations, picks. They do tell you when to buy, when to sell, which is nice because you don't have to do the research. Personally, I do research myself on those before I make an investment. But the nice thing is I don't have to, because they do a lot of that work for me and for you. So anyways, folks, having said that, if you have any questions, please do not be shy. If you're watching this video on YouTube, I do appreciate it. I'm going to put a link down below to my main review on my website. You're welcome to you're welcome to read more information. Now, let me show you guys real quick. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and do a quick Google search. I'm going to do a Google search for crisis investing review. And what you'll see here is you'll see my website here, jefflenney.com. That's me with the 4.5 star rating down there, or 4.6 rating. If you click on that, do a search for that, and click on that, and you're going to find I give a lot more information than I could possibly cover on my review here. I explain how the newsletter works. I explain how Nick and Doug's strategy works for investing in the crisis markets. I explained, I mean, here's one, for example, that I don't believe they cover. I found this on my own. But one big stock from only a few months ago was the Pot Network Holding, Pot Network Holding Inc., POTN. And you'll see this started off in December 27th. 2017 is 6 cents per share, and as of January 26th, only a month after that, it reached its peak of 85 cents, which is a 1,316.66% increase, which means if you would have invested $1,000 at the end of 2017 at the high of this stock, your investment would have been worth $1,300,000. If you invested $10,000, like many people did as well, you'd be sitting on $13 million at the stock's high. Get it? High. I said pun not intended, but if you're watching this far, I appreciate it. The pun was intended. It very much was intended. Pretty clever, right? Okay, I'll shut up now. Sorry, anyway, so you got some more gains here. I talk about some more of the stock and more of the gains here in the marijuana industry. TerraTech, 16,000%. GB Sciences, 16,000. Cannabis Sativa, 2,300. Hydropothecary. I don't partake in marijuana, so I don't know these words, but Hydro, whatever that word is, corporations have 4,000%. This property here is almost 8,000%. 42 companies overall went up over 1,000% during the first marijuana boom, and 11 went up over 10,000%, which is fantastic. And the biggest marijuana stock peaked to 24,000%. Now, I was talking before about this right here. So in my home state of California, on January 1st, 2018, California started selling recreational pot. California on its own is the 6th largest economy in the world. So overnight, the marijuana market doubled. Not just in California, but worldwide, the stock market doubled once California legalized things. And I've got a link right here from Fortune magazine. If you buy marijuana stocks, you can be 200% richer. Canada is next, of course, and Business Insider. And this is an actual link, by the way. If you go to my review, you can click on this link. Oops, I should make it open up in another window. I'm sorry. But you can click on this link here. And look at this. There's a potentially crippling shortage of marijuana in Canada. And this is the full article, so this is not something we're making up to impress you guys. Shortage of marijuana. The Ottawa Citizen, again, a link right here. Canada's legal pot market will not be able to meet these staggering demands. So this is pretty freaking fantastic. And then I go into more detail on those 5 stocks that Doug and Nick are talking about. I give a bit more information on the members area, on the things you'll be learning about how to invest. And my review is not completely done right now. I'm going to be doing my review once I finish my video down here below. But guys, if you have any questions, though, if you're on my website, if you're on my YouTube video on the YouTube, go to my website. I'm going to put a link down below. Please ask your questions via the comments here down below. I do respond to those all within a few hours for the most part. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'm a real person. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. Having said that, thank you guys so much for watching. In closing, one final thing here. I do get a small commission if you guys do purchase via my link. So if you did find my review helpful, I'm going to put a big buy button down here at the bottom of this. If you do click on and buy this via my link, I would be very much appreciative of that. You certainly don't have to, but if you did find my review useful, that does help me pay the bills. So guys, having said that, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.